Hi, welcome to my channel, Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley. I'm a licensed professional counselor, life coach, influencer, and a woman in recovery from codependency. And that's what I like to focus on, is codependency. What makes me an expert in that is not the letters behind my name, but the fact that I am codependent. Now, I have recovered a lot from that, and it's a continual thing. I want to talk today about the common traits of codependency. 29 years ago, my life was in shambles. I was really tired of acting like everything was okay, but being in deep pain on the inside. I wore a mask. I would cry alone in the corner of my bedroom. And the next day, get up and paste on a mask and go to work and act like everything was great. And I made sure everything looked good on the outside, but it wasn't. It wasn't at all. So I want to talk to you today a little bit about those traits. Now, I've always joked about, if you looked up codependency in the dictionary, it'd have my picture by it. So I have dealt with all of these at one time or another, or all of them at the same time. And so I'm going to go through these traits. One of the main traits in codependency is we have difficulty setting boundaries. Boundaries are what defines us. And healthy boundaries are me telling another person what I'm going to do or not do. It's not an ultimatum of telling them if you don't stop doing this, then I'm going to do this. It's just, you can do whatever you want to do, but this is what I'm going to do. Well, I didn't have any of those. I had weak boundaries, and if I did set them, then I could be pushed around and talked out of it, and especially my kids. Whew. There's, no boundaries, weak boundaries, walls, and then after a while, because I didn't have any boundaries, I became resentful and I had feelings of being used. And I'm the person that teaches other people how to treat me. So that's one of the key things in recovery that I had to learn to do, and it gave me personal freedom. Low self-esteem. I didn't have any self-esteem. Self-esteem is made of self-worth and self-confidence. Over the years, I built confidence because, I was good at what I did. I was a hairdresser. I was successful. I had a salon. I had a clientele, and, I had built confidence, but I didn't feel worthy. There was no worth. I felt like that I had to live up to that through accomplishments or what I achieved or recognition, and that my worth was in that. And there was a lot of fear, because if you judged me or rejected me, then it was because I wasn't worth it. People pleasing is a key dynamic, and because of the low self-esteem, and the worth comes from taking care of others, and the caregiving role, or giving in to others of their likes or what they want, then I got worth from that. Fear of rejection or abandonment. I certainly was afraid of that. If you knew me, you were going to leave. And that rejection, and I would cling to unhealthy friendships, and the marriage I was in was unhealthy. I had difficulty expressing my emotions. I enabled. I was a chief enabler. Covered up, made everything look good. Made excuses for his behavior, their behavior. Oh, it's okay, that sort of thing. I had control issues. Now, I didn't think it was control issues. I thought I was helping, and or the enabling. I would fly in and save the day, and it was because I didn't want to feel uncomfortable, and I didn't want to suffer the consequences if the bill didn't get paid that you were supposed to pay, or the speeding ticket, or whatever it was, and this also led to resentments. I neglected self-care. I prioritized other people's needs above mine. Um, you know, I was in a dysfunctional relationship, and I tolerated a lot of emotional abuse, and a lot of that was from my own negative thinking and negative self-talk, and I had no identity. I didn't know who I was, what I liked, what I wanted. I loved the movie Runaway Bride. She couldn't make a commitment. But what was really very true about that movie to me was she had no identity except who she was with. If he liked hiking and camping, she liked hiking and camping. If he liked opera and this, she liked that. And, they really zeroed in on that whatever way he liked his eggs cooked, she got her eggs cooked the same. And at the end of the movie, it shows her, and I think she chose Eggs Benedict because that's what she liked, and that's what happens when a codependent develops a sense of self, is we stop making decisions based on what we think other people want us to do. The self-criticism, lack of trust. And that goes into your self-esteem too. When you don't trust yourself, I made some really bad decisions, and I didn't trust myself. And so I would always have to have other people validate so I could make a decision. And so I didn't trust others either. And because I didn't have boundaries, oftentimes I was put in a situation to where it ended up not being very good. Fear of confrontation or conflict. I would avoid conflict at all cost. And because of that, I people pleased, or I didn't set boundaries because I didn't want any conflict. So there was a lot of unresolved issues and unexpressed feelings in my relationship. He would get mad, and I would back down and apologize. And these behaviors are very unhealthy and led me to be in a lot of pain because I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know about codependency. 29 years ago, when I made the decision to seek help for whatever was wrong with me, of course I thought it was a mistake, but I sought help. And when I did, I began to learn a little bit about codependency. I think the only book that was out was Codependence No More by Melody Beattie. And that was it. There was no treatment. There was no... It was just you were kind of on your own. Therapy. So I went to therapy. I sought treatment. I got help. And it embarked me on a journey of personal development, which I am still on today. My granny used to tell me, whenever you've learned everything you think you know about this, you're on your way out. She was talking about doing hair. But I equate that to life. You never stop learning. That a lot of fear and anxiety comes from ignorance. So learn about codependency. I challenge you to embark on a graduate program on studying yourself. And I am here to help with that. I have developed a coaching program for codependency, and I am going to do a masterclass to help others walk through in a shorter period of time than it took me to overcome some of these. And I've wrote a workbook that deals with the main areas that changed me the most. Irrational beliefs or limiting beliefs, what I believed that was not true. The negative self-talk, I beat myself up, which caused very low self-esteem because I didn't feel like I was worth it. And to learn about being worthy. I am God's highest creation, and there is worth in that. I'm unique as a human being, and to find my worth in that, not outside of me, but inside, and to build confidence, to do things I never thought I could do. I learned those things, to set boundaries. Boundaries gave me personal freedom. Freed up a lot of time, too. I had to flush out those painful memories and the stuff in my past and the resentments, and I got rid of those. And these are all in my coaching program or in my workbooks. They're for sale on my website, just the workbooks. But if you want to really get into it, and in a short 8 weeks, you could be a changed person, to move from a place of pain to a place of power, to begin to know yourself and to love yourself. The most important relationship that you will ever have, besides your relationship with the spiritual side, is yourself. Wherever you go and wherever you are, there you are. You're with you by yourself. So, as many of you know, my tagline is Be You on Purpose. And that is the goal, that I'm here to help others to be themselves on purpose. Because there's only one you, and you're very unique. And so I challenge you to address this. What I do is not for everybody, but it'll be for somebody, because there was someone there to help me when I made the decision. So remember to be you on purpose.